Hi guys, I finally got my new mic, so I thought I would do a quick test video to see how it works. I thought I would run through all of the equipment I use. I often get asked what paper, what pencils, so I've got them all out and I'm going to run through everything very quickly and upload it and see what happens, see how my mic works. So I have underneath here, this is my paper of choice at the moment. I love the Strathmore papers anyway, and they brought out this new semi-smooth surface, which it took a while to get used to, but once I started using it, it was amazing. I thought it was going to be a mix between the plate surface and the vellum, but it's not. It's almost like a sanded surface, but not. It's really weird and hard to explain without people actually trying it out. But I've found that you can layer a huge amount on it. You can also go back in with your light colours over dark most of the time, a lot more than you can with the plate or the vellum. I've really fallen in love with this paper. So I have a whole pad of it, which I'm working my way through. I still kind of mix between the plate and the vellum surface occasionally as well. It depends what animal I'm doing, whether they need a nice smooth coat or whether you want the texture, because this is a lot more textured than the plate surface. So moving on, I have my pencils. I use a mixture. I have the Caran and I have the Faber Castell. I love all of them and I use them all in my portraits. They all have their own properties. The Luminance I love to use for bases. They have wonderful muted tones, natural tones, and they are really creamy. They are great for blending. The white and the titanium buff are amazing for blending the rest of the pencils together. I don't use blending solutions or blending pencils or anything like that, so using these I go over the top of the layers and the pencil strokes to smush them all together, and it gives a nice blended effect. I also use the Caran Pablos, which again have some really nice natural tones. This is a fine example. The brownish orange and the hazel and the beige, they have some really lovely tones that you don't find in the Faber Castell. So I also have my Faber Castell Polychromos, which are my go-to pencils. They are the very first set I ever bought. I bought the full set and I was so proud of them. They are the most amazing pencils, and they are the harder lead of the three, so they are perfect for the details. That's still, again, perfect for building up layers. They are just, I find, the most versatile pencil out of all of them. So I use them all. So they've all got their own properties. So these are kind of left for base layers. Pablos are kind of a bit of everything. And the polys I use for all the details. So I have my eraser, which used to be a triangle. Not so much anymore. It's a bit battered and bruised. It's a Caran triangle eraser. That's all I remember it from. I got that one from Jackson's. I have my brush, which I use to wipe away all the bits on my drawing. If you use your hand, you tend to smudge oils, smudge the paper. So a brush is the best bet. And I have my pencil sharpener, which is my absolute most favourite thing in the whole wide world. This is the Helix A5 pencil sharpener. It's a crank handle sharpener with a helical blade. It's not like the normal sharpeners. They tend to shave off instead of slice with the blades. Maybe I have to get this back in now. There we go. On the back, you can choose which sharpness you want. It's all blurry, sorry. I don't need to go any higher than 2 or 3. Getting it everywhere. And it comes out extra sharp. I have a thing about sharpness in my pencils. My pencils have to be mega sharp to get all the fine details. So I also have this little beauty, which is a sanding pad. And when they start to go ever so slightly blunt, I use the sandpaper in little motions and it will bring back that extra sharp tip, which is perfect for hair strokes. Made a mess on my book now. What else do I have? I have my Tombow Mono Zero eraser, which is just the best product out there at the moment. It's like a mechanical pencil, but it's an eraser. Now these are about that long. This one is on its last legs. But they are a very hard plastic eraser. Perfect for very fine details, fur strokes, hair on humans. They are just wonderful little inventions. I don't know what I would do without mine. What else have I got? I have got my indenting pen thing, embossing tool. These you can get from Dollar Store, Poundland, Amazon. They are called either embossing tools or nail art dotting tools. They have a million different names, but you can usually buy them in a set with lots of different sizes, and they are for indenting the paper when you make whiskers and tiny little white fur strokes. I think I have a video somewhere, I will upload it later, all about how I use this for indenting. But yes, there's another little tool which is amazing. So lastly, I have my brush and pencil. It's a mix that I use to create the white highlights, the white whiskers and stuff. It's Touch Up Texture liquid, which is in like a tiny nail polish bottle. You only need the tiniest amount of this. I have a little dish that I use, which I put a tiny drop in of this stuff. And then this is like crushed up white pencil, and you pour a tiny bit of that in, mix it up, and it turns into a white paint, which I use for the whiskers. Any highlights in their eyes, highlights along the eyelids to make the eyes look watery, loads and loads of different ways to be used. I don't use it very often. I think it is mainly targeted at sanded paper, so the archival qualities are a bit questionable when using it on smooth paper or watercolour paper. It does tend to flake off a little bit if you try and put pencil over the top, so I use it very limitedly, that's not even a word, and only if I really have to. But I find that it is probably a bit better quality than using something like a gel pen or a Posca paint pen, which often yellow over time and also flake off. So I've been giving this one a go instead. So that's it. That is my essential kit. I can't think of anything else that I use, to be honest. But I hope that that has answered some of your questions that I get asked all the time. And I will be back with another video, hopefully, more planned video, because this was kind of a bit off the cuff, just to see if my mic worked or not. Yeah, I'm going to start doing videos more. So come back, subscribe if you want to see what I come up with. Can't guarantee that it's going to be any good, but we'll give it a go. So I am also on Instagram and I am on Facebook. My tag is Kate_Packer on Instagram, and you can find me at Katie Packer Artist on Facebook. I will put the links in the description. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.